Greetings. How are you this morning? It's morning here. It's nearly 10 o'clock. First one of the day. It's always the best. So, I know when I spoke to you last week, I think it was. I can't remember. It's going so bloody quickly. And I don't know. It's like the Roman festival of honouring the ancestors. I had every intention of coming along at the beginning of the week, doing some chanting with you and some drumming. It's just, I don't know where the time has gone. The time has gone to pot. No, it's not really. It's just, you know, you just get, I don't know, just things happen, don't they? You get busy, people come round to buy stuff, and it's great. What else has been happening? I've been helping out my neighbour with the horse riding, which has been amazing, being in contact with horses again. And I'm actually seriously considering starting riding again as well, which is very cool. Yeah, I love horses. Always have done ever since I was a wee bairn. And, you know, what do you want for your birthday? A horse. What do you want for Christmas? A horse. It was always a horse. Never, ever deviated from that until I finally realised I was never going to get one. So I stopped telling them what I wanted. But when I was a kid, I was lucky enough to have lessons. My granddad used to pay for my riding lessons for me and kicked me out and everything. So, yeah, so I had a lot. I was lucky, very, very lucky as a kid, because my aunt had a horse as well. And horses were amazing for me because as a child I didn't speak a lot, didn't smile. If I've told you anything about my childhood, you know why. There wasn't much to talk about. It's like I just used to observe the weirdness that was going on. So it's no wonder I never talked, you know. And it was like a bit of a breakthrough when my aunt sat me on the back of her horse, and there's this big shit-eating grin on my face. So for me, horses were really quite amazing as I was growing up. So it's nice to be kind of surrounded by them again. It's really, really cool. I love them. I love it. It's really cool. And it's nice to help out my neighbour as well, who is visually impaired. And she needed what's called a living marker. So when she's going around the arena, I mark a certain position that she's going past. And it's amazing. And she's amazing because she's visually impaired and she's riding horses. It's fucking brilliant. I love it. Anyway. So, yeah, what else have we been doing? I've been doing soul realignment readings, actually, for our advanced witchcraft students. So I think we've got five spaces left on that. Because if you sign up for our advanced witchcraft course, you get a free soul realignment reading from me. I trained in that 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And what it is it does this kind of different things, yeah, but it's a kind of way to release your creative potential. It's also an amazing way to, so I'm just looking at my notes there. I've written bullet points, because otherwise I ramble on forever, which I'm now doing. See, point proven. It's a way to release, you know, any karmic negative stuff that's kind of been dogging you through the lifetimes, yeah, and has been stopping your manifesting process. Because that's basically why I came to this work in the first place, because I wanted to know what was the root cause of, you know, we could manifest stuff, yeah, we could manifest some amazing stuff, but, you know, the big shifts, the big stuff, the really big stuff, like we want to move to a new home. We want, you know, and I've wanted this since I was in my 20s, some land, a small holding, maybe somewhere where we can rescue animals. And I've wanted that. Well, that's what, 20 odd years I've wanted that. And, you know, it's never come. But then, you know, it's only really now that I'm actively working on it, because I never ever thought they would happen before, see. But then I never ever imagined that I'd be sitting in front of you guys having a chat on a video. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? So yeah, if you sign up for Advanced Witchcraft course, you get a free soul realignment reading, and there's also you get like a free check-in as well after you've done the clearing work. And there'll also be extra bits, because I'm currently doing it's like a bolt-on to that, the manifesting blueprint. So you actually get an idea of how your soul manifests what it wants. Yeah. And it's so far, what I'm doing, just learning the course is fucking amazing. So I look forward to sharing that with any of you who sign up for the Advanced Witchcraft course. And it's the first 10 to sign up that get the free soul realignment reading. After that, I think it's a 15% discount on the cost, because it would normally be £250 for a reading. Yeah. And it's Akashic record work. Yeah. So, you know, scientifically proven, Tesla, you know, it is amazing geniusness. So you could become the next Tesla by unlocking your creative potential. So who knows? Because when you unlock that creative potential, you don't know what's going to happen. You know, once you become free of blocks and restrictions, you don't know what that potential is going to be until you fully step into it. Yeah. So I think it's very powerful work, and people who I've done readings for, they're blown away by it every time, and I'm always blown away by it and how it's changed my life. So, you know, if you do want a reading, I'll put the links in the comments when I've done this. But it's very powerful work. It's not like, you know, some of this spiritual stuff is a bit like gaffer tape. Yeah, gaffer tape's amazing. Yeah, but it's not a cure. Yeah, it'll hold things together for a while, but it doesn't get to the root of the problem. Whereas this, and I've always since I can remember, yeah, but what's the reason for that? What is the root of that? Because all the time you're not getting to the root of it, all you're doing is masking the symptoms. Yeah. So it's not a spiritual gaffer tape. This is deep work. Yeah, and it's deep healing work, because it's healing your soul basically. And I do that by going into the Akashic records. Yeah. And like I say, Tesla accessed the Akashic records. Einstein would have accessed the Akashic records. Not necessarily, you know, like, all right, I'm going to go access the Akashic records. But they would have got those downloads. Yeah. So, yeah, amazing work. So I will put the links in the comments for you for the Advanced Witchcraft course and also for the Soul Realignment. Okay, so if you're interested, go and have a look. With our courses, we have other courses as well, but you only get the free Soul Realignment reading with the Advanced Witchcraft. And we offer, you can either pay in a lump sum, you can pay in, I think it's 4 installments, or you can do a subscription, which is the more popular one, to be honest. And you get regular bonus material. We're actually due to do a bonus lesson, actually. I'm hoping we can get that done next week, because this week's just been mad. Ian's been out a lot as well, so it's kind of been a very productive week, not been busy, like, you know, because anyone can run around looking busy. It's been productive. Yeah, there is a distinct difference. And I know that because I used to be queen of procrastinators. And I used to be very busy doing nothing. Yeah. Now I actually do stuff, and it's amazing. So it is amazing. So I'm just playing this drum. This is our newer drum, Comfort Sound Remo drum. Beautiful. And on my list is the next one up, the 20-inch. So hopefully by this time next week, maybe it might be Saturday or Sunday, we'll have a bigger one. Okay. Well, the other thing we explore in the advanced witchcraft is your nature voice. Because again, that's something that I would not have ever imagined sharing on a video in public. Oh dear. You know, it's been a huge, and it's not all come through soul realignment. Some of it's come through, you know, my journey on stage. But the confidence to sit here and do a video, that's all been since I did my own soul realignment, soul healing, clearing work. Yeah. So it definitely 100% unlocks your creative potential, your creative genius, if you like. Yeah, because it'll be unique to you. Yeah, because everyone's soul blueprint is different. Yeah. And of course, the other thing we explore in there is different ways to kind of get your manifesting process fully on track. Yeah, so soul realignment goes a long way towards that, but then we also explore other ways how you can do that as well as, you know, unraveling the social conditioning that we're all kind of stuck with, but you know, we all kind of pass through that filter, if you like. And some of it's all right, some of it doesn't really do any harm, but you know, some of it does. Some of it's very harmful, if you like. So it's a I was going to say it's a messy course. It's not a messy course. What are you talking about? What I meant to say was transformation is messy. Yeah. And this course, the Advanced Witchcraft course, it gets you from A to looking at B. Yeah. And it shows you ways to get from A to B as well. Yeah. Because there's no substitute for doing the work. There isn't a shortcut. You have to go from A to B. Yeah, until we invent the transporter a la Star Trek. Yeah, we have to do the work to go from A to B. Yeah. I'd love transporters. That'd be amazing. Wouldn't it be amazing if we had transporters? But then that would take, for me personally, because I know my manifesting blueprint, I'm all about the journey. Not everyone's all about the journey. Some people are about the destination. Yeah. So that's a very interesting little insight there for you. So if that saying has never resonated with you, oh, it's all about the journey, and you go, well, actually, no, that for me that doesn't work. That's because you're probably more of an outcome person. Yeah. So I've given you a little hint there. So I'm all about the journey. I'm all about the process. The outcome doesn't matter. I'm all about the process, the journey. That's why I love going away, because it's the whole thing from start to finish, from from the planning of a camping trip. I'm going to use camping because we do that quite a lot. To organising all kit, to packing it, the whole thing. I love it, and the journey. Sometimes it gets stressful. If you've got kids, and dogs, and kit. Kits, cats, dogs, and trains. Oh dear. So don't get me wrong, it can be stressful, but I do love the process. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to do a little chant for you. So it was last week, wasn't it? I think it was 12 days or something. 12 days, 10 days, I can't remember, of the Roman festival of honouring our ancestors, Parentalia. And like I say, I did mean to come and do a chant before now, but I'm sure the ancestors won't mind that I'm a day late because it ended yesterday. I'm sure they won't mind. They're not going to turn in their grave now, are they? If they are, then they're bloody fussy. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to I'll probably do a couple of chants actually with you. And you can always save this for, when's the next kind of thing for ancestors? It's probably going to be around Beltane, when the veil is thin, so you can contact them. It's even easier to contact them during that time. I mean, you can contact your ancestors anytime, but there are particular times during the wheel of the year where it's easier to do that because the veil is thin. And obviously Beltane's one, Samhain, Yule. As far as I know, that's it. But I'm always learning new things. So I might come up, find something else. Who knows? Yeah, it's a constant learning process, yeah. Okay, so if you know the words, join in. If you have a drum, pick it up. Make sure that's the right drum. Yes, that's good. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones who've come before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones, guns who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones, one who's gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestor shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestor shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestor shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestor shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestors, shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestors, shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestors, shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestors, shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestors, shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestors, shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestors, shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestors, shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestors, shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestors, shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestors, shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestors, shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestors, shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestors, shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestors, shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestors, shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestors, shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestors, shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestors, shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestors, shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestors, shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestors, shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestors, shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestors, shining ones, join us at the door. Ancestors, shining ones, guide us with your wisdom. Ancestors, shining ones, ones who've gone before. Ancestors, shining ones, may the gate be open. Ancestors, shining ones, join us at the door. Hope you enjoyed that. I went away there. I don't know where I went. I went somewhere. I hope you did too. Okay. Oops. So the other one, you probably know this one anyway, so feel free to join in. Now, I'm learning how to use a tipper. It's interesting, kind of fascinating. I'm not actually sure it's the right sound that I want, but hey. my blood, in my bones. I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. In my blood, in my bones, I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. In my blood, in my bones, I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. In my blood, in my bones, I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. In my blood, in my bones, I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. In my blood, in my bones, I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. In my blood, in my bones, I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. In my blood, in my bones, I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. In my blood, in my bones, I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. In my blood, in my bones, I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors chant with me, ancestors dance with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. In my blood, in my bones, I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. I hear your voice, I hear your call. Ancestors dance with me, ancestors chant with me. I hear your voice, I hear your call. I hear your voice, I hear your call. I hear your voice, I hear your call. Okay. Whew. I went even further away then. I love it when that happens though. And that's the amazing thing about using your voice, drums. You can take yourself somewhere. You don't need someone else to do it for you because it's you. It's your voice. It's your drumming. It's your experience. Yeah. Okay. This is going to be short and sweet. Coming up 36 minutes. So I'm going to cut it short there. I'm trying to think because my diary is all the way over there. I can't read that from over there. I tried, so my eyes went out like telescopes and went, no. What have we got coming up? So in the group, so if you're watching this on YouTube or Pinterest, links are down there. If you're in the group, links will be over there. Will be there as well. If you I'll also put the link to the Path of Witchcraft group down there as well, so you can come and join us. Because we do regular Facebook Live rituals, which I then also post up on YouTube or Facebook. But if you want to come to the live, come to the group. I'm just trying to think what's going on. What's going on? Oh, I do plan on. Hopefully, it will turn up. I do plan on continuing the Widdershins work that we were doing last year. Whenever that was last year, because we've got 2 more elementals to do with that. We did fire and we did air, so we've got earth and water to do. Yeah, and I really want to get those out there for you because they're really powerful. It's powerful work. Yeah. So the next one would be earth, which is resonate. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to doing that one with you because there's lots of drumming again. Drumming, percussion, singing, voice, all that stuff. So yeah, I do plan on that. So in the next week or so, I'm going to plan that ritual. What else is there? Let me think. If you're in the Advanced Witchcraft group for the course, this weekend I'm going to put the bells and whistles on that meditation that I shared with you the other day. So when you sign up for the Advanced Witchcraft course, you also get access to the secret group, which is only for that course. Yeah, because it's talk about stuff in there that isn't relevant here. Okay, you wouldn't get it if you just came along and joined. So yes, I think that's it for now. Like I say, links will be down there. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, share your experiences with working with your ancestors, because I love to know what you're doing out there. What are you doing? Okay, so live long and prosper, and I will see you around and about, I've no doubt. Oh, we've got some amazing crystals coming. I spent some money with Keystone the other day on their first live in their new home, which is amazing. I mean, what they've done, guys. I mean, go and see Keystone Crystals, their group, yeah, and support them as much as you can, because they're a small business, but they do amazing stuff, yeah, and they sell amazing crystals. Okay, so go and check them out. What's the saying? Oh, I can't remember. It couldn't have been that important, could it? Okay, so I will see you around about. Oh yeah, amazing crystals. So when they come, I'm going to do crystal tuning fork session with you, okay? And so I'm hoping they'll be here maybe tomorrow because they sent them yesterday, day before. So yeah, they might even be here today. Oh my God. So behave yourselves and I will see you soon. Blessings all.